Thanks once again for passing by the channel. If you like the content, if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe, share the video if you enjoyed it, if you felt it was useful. I also do have a Patreon page, has some podcasts on it now. Go, links in the description. If you want to join, join. If you don't, more than welcome. Now let's get into this. So, we're talking about Billy Joe Saunders again. Now, I talked about him on last Friday, I think it was, and I said that he has a big problem, which he does, in terms of, where he's going to go, who he's going to fight next. I think he does have a problem. He does. But I started thinking about it. I listened to that video back. I started thinking about it. I just started looking at kind of some of the things that Billy Joe has been doing and some of the things he's been saying in the media about, not getting the Canelo fight, about, this situation with Daniel Kinahan, not feeling comfy now that he's not there. Kind of things like that. And the more I look at Billy Joe, and I just look at how his career has panned out, the things that have been going on in his career in terms of, just him just changing trainers, coming into camps out of shape, grossly out of shape, struggling for motivation for fights, all these kind of things. It makes me think that Billy Joe, in terms of him in the sport of boxing, I can't see him being around much longer. To me, it's like he feels like he was, put it like this, he didn't take the Canelo fight because it was short notice and the money maybe I don't think was right. I just don't buy that. Like, if you feel you can beat Canelo, you take the money they're giving you and you go in there, and if you feel as though you can beat him, right, you can beat him, the rematch, you really have hit the jackpot. You've hit the lottery. And even then, even if you don't win, even if Billy Joe took the Canelo fight, didn't get the 8 million that he would have got, had what not happened, at least if he made a good effort, a very good effort, to the point where maybe people thought, maybe Billy Joe might have nicked that on the scorecards, or if he was game, then it's like a snowball effect. People will remember that. They'll remember that, and that will help bolster Billy Joe moving forward, even if he was to lose. If he went in there and got completely wiped out by Canelo, Rocky Fielding style, well, yeah, obviously that's not going to help. That'll probably it'll definitely hinder your career. But go in there and try and win, even if you don't, but do a good job. Make it competitive, make it look like you might be in with a shot at winning. You're still going to get big paydays, You're still going to get decent paydays anyway, better paydays than you would get pre-Canelo fight, I'll tell you that. More than you get for fighting the, what was that last guy, the Argentinian guy you fought, more than you get for fighting him, or that Ishaf Sufi guy, whatever the hell his name was. Definitely more than you get for fighting Charles and freaking Damu. A hell of a lot more than that. But with Billy Joe, it's just like, no, I don't want to. And why? That's what I'm asking. Like, I risk upsetting some Billy Joe fans. I've upset them before. I've upset them plenty of times on this channel. I've also praised Billy Joe when he's needed praise, but lately it's just been criticism, and I feel like I'm perfectly entitled to criticize Billy Joe for some of the decisions he's made and some of the actions he's taken. I definitely feel I'm definitely in the right frame of mind to be able to criticize Billy Joe. He's done some silly things, from a business point of view and from just a point of view in general. He's done a bunch of silly things, said silly things on Twitter, done silly things. Some of it I find funny, and some of it is just stupid, really stupid. But with Billy Joe, I think at this stage now in his career, especially now that he's made a little bit of money, that he's won 2 world titles, really now more than ever, I think Billy Joe just wants to say see you later to boxing. And some people would say, again, why would he want to say see you later to boxing and retire when, you could have had the Canelo fight, you could have got a decent payday and then said see you later? I don't know the answer to that. I don't know whether Billy Joe feels as though that going in there against someone like Canelo and just thinks, what, maybe he's just maybe the money I'm getting, yeah, I can retire off that, but maybe it's not worth taking the beating against Canelo. Maybe that could be it. I don't know. But that could be maybe how he's looking at it. It's an interesting one, because Billy Joe has talent. We all know that. No one's disputing that Billy Joe has talent. I think he's a tremendous fighter. When he's in the right frame of mind and he's motivated and he's in shape proper, he's a tremendous fighter. We've seen, and this is what's so frustrating about Billy Joe, we see snippets of the fighter he can be when he is switched on, firing on all cylinders. But that's it. We just see snippets. we see one fight, and then the next 5 fights, it's just he didn't look good there. He didn't look good there. He really didn't look good there. It's just like, what's going on? And what I think it is Billy Joe, he needs that sufficient motivation. He needs to get up for these fights, the big fights, not just the big fights, just the fights in general. And I just don't think he has that. I think especially now that he's made a bit of money, that he's probably just looking at the sport of boxing and just thinking, you know what, if I leave now, I leave as world champion, I keep my O, and I've made enough money. What's the point? I don't want to be staying in shape all year round. I don't want to be getting up at 6 in the morning doing my runs. I want to go and have a drink with the guys, eat pizza, go on holidays to Lanzarote. I think at this stage now in Billy Joe's life, that's probably what he's looking at. Now, as I said, I could be wrong, but I think that's kind of what we're looking at now with Billy Joe. And in terms of fights, like if the Canelo fight is on its hands and knees, realistically the next, because Billy Joe has never had a big fight. The biggest fight he has had was the Eubank Jr. fight. That was at British level. If he was to have that rematch with Eubank Jr. now, that's going to make some good money. If it's definitely pay-per-view, if fans are allowed in, you'll fill the O2. I believe you'll fill the O2 if your fans allowed in. So I think if Billy Joe is to fight and it's not Canelo, I think the Canelo fight is just dead and gone. I don't think we're ever going to see that fight. But if he wants to have a big fight where he makes some decent money, look no further than Eubank Jr. Because there's beef there. They can sell that fight. Both guys can sell that fight. There's beef there. So I think that's probably the likely road Billy Joe will go next. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think is going to happen with Billy Joe Saunders. Do you think, like me, that he's coming to the end of the road and that we may be in the twilight of Billy Joe's career? Let me know your thoughts down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, of course, if you are new. And as always, I will talk to you